Hiya. What you're seeing is an area known as the golf links in East Northamptonshire. Now, it's not far from where we live. There's the village of East Northamptonshire over there, and there's a village of Grendon over there, and you've got Yardley Hastings over in this direction over here. The reason I'm here is last Friday morning I came running over there. There's a road that runs over there. Now over there, which is about, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile from here, look for me over this way, over here, where there's that wood. I saw some lights that appeared. This was about 5:30 in the morning. I'll put a picture on. I'll leave them on again. So it's a bit windy out there and I've got my mic on. So yeah, so this was at between 5:09. The time was about 5:09. And it's obviously dark, isn't it, this time of the year. So I was out running about a mile away from over there. And these lights just appeared in the sky. 2 of them, very bright. Bright orangey, yellowy lights. Big, really big. And then a third one appeared. Got the camera, but as I went to take a picture of the third one, all 3 of them, that one disappeared, and it just left the 2, and that's what I've got. Also done a video. I remember pressing the record, but oddly enough, the video hasn't come out. So these lights were on and off, and I'm running over there, and then for about 5 minutes I could see them, and then they just went. I put it on the local group, Facebook group, and I was surprised by the responses, because I thought, oh, people are going to be laughing and saying little green men, and you know how people go with stuff like that. And I was surprised, really. Someone said, oh, they were flares. There's a cadet training area, and then one of the women that lives over there, over in one of the villages, said, well, I've trained with the cadets, no way do they look like flares. And another thing as well, this was a weekday morning, a Friday weekday morning. Cadets generally train in a couple of evenings in the week, and at weekends. This was a Friday morning, at 5, they'd be at school, weren't they, cadets, or college. Plus this woman said they didn't look like flares. And someone said Chinese lanterns, they're too big. These were too big, and if someone's setting them off illegally round here. And a very interesting comment was from a couple that live over in East Northamptonshire, which is behind me here, and they said they've been seeing these lights on and off for about 7 years, and they appear. I'll take you over there. They appear over here in this wood. Now this wood is strictly private, keep out. I've done a Google map on it. There doesn't seem to be much on there on the satellite picture. So these lights are appearing over here, and that would be whereabouts where I saw them. That here. The village they're talking about is where that church is, over there. You can see it's very barren over here, it's very open. These woods are private. There is an entrance over there, and when I've looked on Google Maps, you can, from a satellite view, you can see there's a path that runs over there. Some say they're drones, but Compton Estates is private, so there's a path, surveillance cameras. So I don't know what's going on over there. And there's I think that's just a helicopter club or something. It's like a model helicopter club. But there was no noise. You can hear those models. You can hear them. Someone said, oh, might be that model club at 5 in the morning. If it was that model club, then you would have heard I couldn't hear a thing. Silent. Even if it would have been a drone, 5 in the morning over here. Look how desolate it is. Look, it's so barren over here. You'd hear a drone. There was nothing. There wasn't even much wind that morning. But yeah, this area is known as the Golf Links. About 100 years ago, it was a golf course, believe it or not. Someone else said as well, they were walking up here and they saw a tall figure. A tall figure. They were coming along down here one morning, and there was a tall black figure walking around this bit, around here on the corner. I'm not sure how true that is. There was no one said anything about that. This is something I heard from someone locally. Now whether or not how true that is, I don't know. I'd find out. But I have run round here, believe it or not, at night, in the morning. And it is, yeah, like anywhere. I suppose your senses overload, don't they? These people been seeing in the village behind me, what have they been seeing for the past 7, 8 years, on and off? These lights go on and off. Other people in the village, East Northamptonshire way, over there, sorry, Yardley Hastings, they've seen them as well. I'm going to rule out drones, like I said, because drones make a noise. You hear them, and that time in the morning you'd hear them. I'm going to rule out Chinese lanterns. All right, there's no noise, but these appear. These I've seen Chinese lanterns. These was not Chinese lanterns. No way. And they're not cadets. They're not. Who knows? Who knows? No one seemed to really have any answers on that post I put on the Facebook group, other than that woman and a couple of other people that live locally, have lived here, and have reported a similar thing. And these figures. Who else has seen things and not necessarily mentioned them because of ridicule? Who knows? Yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you guys and just see what you see what your opinions are. This was a week ago. We went to the London rally on Saturday. This was the Friday morning. Not anything locally in the local paper. I remember back when I was living in Stevenage back in 2015, back again 10 years ago, and I started an early morning shift, and this was again at early hours, about 5:30. And where I lived, I was getting ready to go to work, and I was outside, frosty morning, started the engine up, let all the frost get off the car, out on the main road, and looked up. You could see these 3 bright orange, red, whitey sort of lights moving. It looked like it had a structure, a point there, and a point there. So it looked like a frame there and a frame there, but huge in the sky coming across. And there was other people, a few people in the street going to work, and we all looked up and we all could see it was huge. Whatever it was huge going across. And I'm just glad that there was other people seeing it. And then later that day, I read online that 3 police officers in Romford had seen a similar thing. So where Stevenage was, Romford isn't far. That would have come over. That would be from the direction of Romford, because it was coming from Ware, Hertford, A10 area, coming in from Stevenage, which was further down. You're going into Romford area, Ilford, round there, North London. It would have been what they see, but this was massive. Probably other people that day would have seen it, not saying anything, but that was about 10 years ago. Seen, funny enough, a lot of the stuff I see has been early hours of the morning. I've seen some lights in the sky. It could be, who knows, funny lights moving, and because I'm looking up, you know, when you look up that time of the day, it's just a surreal time of the morning, really, and you're out, because there used to be a lot of woodland and villages near the area I used to live in, Stevenage, and used to see some things there. But I remember seeing that, and that's the nearest thing I can relate it to. So 3 police officers saw a structure of lights in the Romford area about 2015, 2006, probably 2015 time. Yeah, 3 police officers. I remember it being 3, and I remember it being Romford. So look up that, and we could see it. Stevenage come across. What are they? What is it? Is it equipment? Is it aircraft we've got that's being kept quiet from us? Technology from elsewhere, other dimensions, aliens. Who knows? Who knows what they are? But people are seeing these things. People are seeing it, and military people of sane mind are seeing these. Ain't crazy people that are sky high on a Friday weekday morning. These are sane people. Yeah, you get police officers seeing them, and you know, all sorts. But yeah, it's just interesting because there is something around. There is something, and we've all heard of Project Bluebeam. I don't know if you have. Look it up. Look that up. I won't go into it, but yeah, look up Bluebeam. These look, funny enough, that 10 years ago looked more like a structure. It looked more like a man-made, some sort of man-made structure. It looked to me. It didn't look dimensional. It didn't look out of worldly, let's say. But still odd looking, like anything I've seen before. But that last week, they were bright light. Something completely different. So yeah, so I'll put that picture on again. Now, no idea. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, so I hope you found that interesting. Few more questions and answers as usual, and we enjoyed the just go back to the rally last week. The rally was great. The good turnout. What we've got to bear in mind is that I'd say about 5,000 people. These rallies, obviously, this isn't really happening at the minute, is it? The digital ID, it's not happening. So it's still early days, and people aren't getting affected yet. So let's see as it goes on. These things progress, what the turnouts will be. But yeah, good show of people out there, and hardly any trouble as well. So the day flowed really well. Great to meet people, like-minded people and everything. These events are always good to join up with people from similar frame of minds, and you know, we all come from the same place and obviously the same mindset. Yeah, so that was a fantastic day out. There's one in Birmingham coming up, and the week after next, I think. Hopefully go to that, be a vlog of that one, the Birmingham one, and then there's one on London again on the 22nd. So yeah, the Birmingham one, there'll definitely be a vlog. We'll go up there to that one. But yeah, I just thought I'd get on and just do this video, just explain what we see. Make it what you will, guys. I've got no idea. Who knows? All right, but I've seen them and other people have seen them around here. So what are they? All right, you take care, and thanks for watching, and don't forget, please like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And I'm trying to put as much content out there as possible, interesting stuff. People seem to love those protest videos, and you know, and everything like that. So I'm going to aim more for that kind of thing. Real life stuff that's going on. It's obviously what people like to see, isn't it? So yeah, thanks for watching. It's our channel, isn't it? Is a community, is our channel. And yeah, thanks guys, thanks for your support and everything, the ones who have subscribed. All right, take care guys, I'll see you soon, and be careful. All right, cheers, thanks, bye bye.